All right, folks, here's our lab for Design 330. It's Friday, January 22nd. The lab runs from 10 to 11 a.m. We're running it on the Google Meet, which is what I've got up and running right now. This is for watching demonstrations, asking questions, getting help with work, and collaborating with your colleagues. It says it's not going to be recorded, but I am going to record a couple of items here for you for your reference because I have had a number of questions through email that I am going to attempt to answer. So here we go. The first, and then I'm also going to do a little preview of next week, which will be um, redone in more detail over the weekend so that you'll have a full preview for next week. So here's our first thing is there were some questions on the submittals. A few people have made their submittal number 1, and so I want to take a look at that and just give some feedback and comments because I was asked to do so. So here's one, and you can see how I will be marking them up. I just take my red pen in Canvas and draw some circles and I add some things. So the first one to notice is that this is supposed to be visuals, and you're going to see in a moment an example of what those visuals might look like. So I just made a comment that says this area needs to be visual. So I'm looking for a copy and paste of images. I'll talk more about that at another time, but it's really important that you learn to communicate upwards as well as sideways, and with your colleagues, and as well as to people that are working for you. Usually, when you communicate upwards to your bosses, they want visuals or charts or graphs, something that can give them the information quickly. I'm actually not interested in a description of what you did. Okay, I'll see that down below. I want a summary, so you'll see that. On the deliverables, I'd like this to be more detailed, like putting in I worked on 1.3.1 or 1.3.2. All right. And then, of course, remember to do these and get those done. So that's how you're going to see the comments done on those. And so then here's one that was updated, and you'll see, okay, there we go. I've got the things. And what's great about this is now somebody can go, oh yeah, there were 6 things, and you can easily see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got it. Very quickly and easily, a supervisor or a boss or even one of your colleagues can go, yep, done, 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 got it. Okay. In minutes, that's okay. I like hours, but it's okay. You can see that whoever submitted this one was pretty quick. Got him done quickly. This person did do a check-in with me on the appointment schedule, and here's a link to the folder that has the work in it. And so here's an example. Yeah, this is one of the things that looks at preparation, did some work to show technical skills, and did some work to show communications. And of course, I scribbled these out for purposes of the presentation so that because I didn't ask this person if I could use their work, so I'm taking it off. Now, you should know that when you submit something to Canvas, it becomes the property of the school, and we can do whatever we want with it. But we do have some agreed upon, ideas that we don't want to be giving everybody's name out just cuz. All right, so usually I'll be asking you, but in this case, there's a nice example. I want to also point out that there's room here, right? So if this is jammed over onto the side, it's just not a good looking presentation. And what you would want to do is make this gap the same as this gap if you can. Okay, so just good visual layout techniques. And this one looks pretty good. Okay, so another thing though, here's a nice example again of visuals, and any of these could have been chosen to put onto a summary page. Those are all good visuals that could go on the summary page. But here's what I'm talking about. See how it grabs your eye, and I look at this rather than look at the fact that I've got two things together. So you always want to have a little gap. They call it the bleed between the edge and the image. All right, so these just need a little bit of resizing, and they would all, because like there's another one right up there, there's another one right over here. It just really makes a nice difference if the border has an even bleed around it, and the top bleed should be the same size as the bottom bleed if at all possible, and the side bleeds should be the same. Now be very careful when you're stretching these that you do it from the corner, or it ruins the aspect ratio. If I squeeze it all in from one side, it looks like it's all stretched and gumbied out of shape. So you always do your image stretchings to keep what's called the aspect ratio. But this looks really nice. It's pretty easy. This would get almost full credit. It's nice looking, and I can easily see that everything got done. You can see this up here. There we go. So that's it. Now it would be nice if it says what you're demonstrating on each of these, but that's okay. I didn't require that. Let's see if there's a last one here. Hi, Wasan. How are you?
Hi, good morning.
I'm just going over a couple of things here. And then the last one is I'm just showing that you've got this as green. So that's a little review of the markup of what you'll see as I mark up. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording.